Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a timeless picker card reading, and it's going to be Let Me Read Your Energy Field. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi, Group 1. So the first message I have is I feel for some of you there's some sort of breakthrough that wants to come in for you. I do feel for many of you this is potentially something you've been trying to manifest or some sort of vision that you've held, because I keep getting this sense of divine timing. But there's a need as well to kind of simplify your energy and simplify your focus. It's almost like Spirit is letting you know that what you're seeking is going to come in, but it may come in a way that is slightly slower or different than what you're expecting. It's almost like one of those situations where you're close to reaching fulfillment, you're close to seeing that manifestation, but at that end point, it's like you need to let it go. Give it back to Spirit, give it to God, whatever you believe in, give it to Source, and allow things to unfold as they will. I also feel for some of you as well, it's a really important time to kind of recharge, to replenish your energy, to go within. It could be as well that when this manifestation comes in, things are going to start moving and changing very readily. So you may need to almost preserve your energy to allow yourself to have those resources when this shift comes in. With the Four of Cups, I feel like for some of you, there may be a feeling of, I'm hearing either impatience, frustration, or a lack of fulfillment. Like when are things going to change? What's happening right now? You know, what's my path? What should I focus on? There just seems to be a lot of either questions, but also ambivalence and uncertainty. But I feel like Spirit is saying as well with this Ten of Swords and Four of Cups, it's like something is closing out. You've definitely outgrown something. And for all of you, this could vary. For some of you, this could be a dream or vision around, it's something you're very committed to. So it could be around a relationship and a commitment. It could be for some of you around a career and a vision and a dream that you have, or some sort of life change. For some of you, you may literally be wanting to start fresh or relocate. That's the other message. But I just feel overall, it's like the chapter or where you've been, it is closing out and you have outgrown it. You are finished with it. But it's almost like certain things need to unfold, or it's almost like you're going to wrap up certain factors first before the change comes in. And there's a need to have patience and just be with yourself in terms of where you are and not kind of getting lost in frustration. I also think with flexibility, there could be an aspect of what you're trying to manifest or what you're asking for, but it comes in differently than what you've envisioned. Perhaps you have a certain idea of, oh, well, it's going to unfold this way, or, you know, such and such is going to come into my life, or this is how it's going to transpire. But I feel like it's almost like when you let go, you release, relax, take time out for yourself. It may come in, but it comes in a way or in a timeline that you weren't fully expecting. There's something unrevealed around not the overall goal and vision, but the specific details. And the reason Spirit may be asking you to take a step back and just really be open and to let go is because when we have really obviously set views around how something should happen or when it should happen, the specifics, it can almost block or hinder us when it comes to moving forward. With this Four of Swords, though, I do feel for some of you, again, I keep hearing downtime. So I do think for some of you, if you are very focused on a commitment or something you're trying to build, create, manifest, Spirit is saying don't neglect your own needs in this process. Make sure that you still have time for your emotional well-being. Make sure that you still are, getting plenty of rest, taking care of your, physical, mental, emotional health. Because I get this sense, I just keep hearing like you're on the precipice of change, but there's a need to, I just keep hearing patience as well. For some of you, this could be a vision or a manifestation that you've had for quite some time, that you've been hoping for or working towards. And it's like the time is here and it's like you're ready to receive, but there's a need to be patient in terms of how it comes in. I just feel that there's something, or you may have your eyes really set on, you know, I want such and such to happen at this time in this way. And Spirit's saying there's a need to be more open with how it comes in. With the King of Wands, I do feel, especially the King of Wands sitting next to the Four of Swords, I feel like Spirit is saying visualization is a really powerful technique for you to use right now. I feel like the more you align your vision with what you want, the more you focus on your desires, your intentions, the things that feel right for you, and lend more energy right to what you want rather than, you know, potential. This can be like frustration or self-doubt. This can be a lack of satisfaction. Spirit is saying it's more effective and more important that you really honor and give energy to the things that you want to experience in your life rather than the things that either may not be ideal or just aren't unfolding exactly as you desire or in the way you hoped. So I do feel with the King of Wands and the Three of Cups, I also feel for many of you, you are reaching a point where there will be celebration. There will be celebration for what you've manifested, what you've achieved, for the people around you. It may be attracting in connections where there is that sense of celebration, deep bond, just feeling more joy in your experience. But I feel for many of you, it's like being at that, you may feel a little bit at a crossroads where you're ready for change, but the change hasn't come in fully. And I do feel the Ten of Swords showing up for some of you as well. There's still an element of needing to wrap up the past, that you may be finished with the past, but the past may not be fully finished with you, in the sense that I don't feel this means having to literally go into the past necessarily, but it may be just, you know, heeding certain wisdom that you gain from past experiences, or reflecting on the past and finding certain truths and getting clear around, okay, this is what's happened, this is what has and hasn't worked for me, this is what I want to focus on moving forward. Letting go of, I just heard dead weight things. We have chopped wood here as well. It's like you're culling and releasing the things that weigh you down, that can't come into this new cycle with you. So I feel if there are delays or you are feeling a level of uncertainty or frustration, Spirit is letting you know that those things are going to shift. This isn't the final verdict. This isn't the final outcome. You are, for many of you, with fulfillment, I keep feeling like you're right at that point where things are coming in. And for many of you, I do feel you're going to receive quite a large dream, wish, manifestation. And there is going to be a huge amount of change in your life circumstances. But you're at that phase before things start to really shift. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, group 2. So what I'm hearing for this group is you may have been in a phase where you've had some kind of downtime. I just heard as well for some of you, you may have felt like you had bad luck, or there's been something that hasn't fully worked out. And I feel for this group, your intuition is on overdrive. So I feel your certain kind of premonitions, intuitive insights and nudges are pointing you in the right direction and really leading you. But there's a level of uncertainty with your energy. I feel like for some of you, there could have been a situation that didn't work out, or there's been a door that's closed that you've had to heal from, or just it's almost like you may have had to take a step back and kind of take some time away. But it's like there's a new opportunity and a new doorway that's going to open for you. But again, I'm not entirely sure if you're aware of that. For this group, you might be in a space or in a phase where you're still feeling a little what would I say? Like, it could be feeling, I just keep hearing the phrase like, down and out, where you feel, or even forgotten a little bit, where it's like, oh, you know, why aren't things working out? Or what's next for me? Uncertain. They're just, the energy as I'm trying to read it is quite, it's almost foggy. It's hard to get a clear sight. But I do feel for this group, you have not for you, and then you have Ace of Pentacles. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like something wasn't for you, wasn't your path, or you'd outgrown it. So that had closed out, but it was also creating space to bring in something new. With this Ace of Pentacles though, and I feel with your intuition is going to be nudging you or giving you signs or ideas of what this is. At least kind of generally moving you in that direction. With the Hangman though, I do feel you have the Hangman, time for a nap, milk and honey. There is this energy of like replenishing your soul. If you have been through, you know, certain hurdles, obstacles, things that haven't worked out, you may really need to just take that time to kind of recharge, to, you know, get to a good place, to feel grounded, to feel centered again before moving forward. So I do think for this group, if there is that sense of, the other phrase I just heard was despondency, like feeling a bit disconnected perhaps from yourself, from life, from God, but with God or source, whatever you believe in. But you have the moon here twice. So again, it's like there's shifts coming in with the star and the fool. What's hidden is wishes coming true, is a new beginning, is a clean slate, is feeling renewed and refreshed emotionally, spiritually, in the physical. With Gateway, there's some sort of breakthrough, but it's almost like an energy shift. This Gateway is like an energetic shift where you're able to move ahead, where things start to unfold more easily or readily, where you feel, you know, more hopeful, more promise. With love as well, for some of you, I do feel it could be a breakthrough, or it could be opening your heart to new love, where that resonates, especially because we have Jade here and I keep getting heart chakra energy. I do feel for this group, there seems to be an energy of really healing from something. And again, it can vary for all of you. But for some of you, this could have been something that didn't work out in the sense of a connection or a relationship. With the Five of Wands here though, I don't know, for some of you, if you're still in that energy of feeling a little bit conflicted, that could be triggering as well, a sense of uncertainty, or just a sense of not 100% being clear in terms of what's next or how do I proceed. Because you have going forward here as well, and Spirit's saying it's important that you keep moving forward. It's important that you, I keep hearing like keeping your eye on the prize, that you keep focused on what you do want, what feels right for you. But I just feel for some of you, you might be in a space where, you know, things have been a little bit rocky, or you're not entirely sure how to move ahead. Perhaps you haven't been able to see, I just heard see the forest, what is it, the forest from the trees, or there's just a sense of things being clouded. But it's the overwhelming energy though is you're moving somewhere really beautiful. But I feel for many of you, you have to work through some of these energies before you reach this new foundation, before you reach this new energy, this new start, this new beginning. I also keep getting this energy of being really gentle with yourself. That's why I was saying for some of you, I feel like you might be doing some heart chakra healing. You may be really taking care of yourself or putting extra energy into your own, for example, emotional needs, or, you know, making sure that your feelings are, I just heard cared for, like making sure that emotionally you're feeling, you know, satisfied, balanced, at peace. It's like those emotional foundations are the building block for this new beginning. And Spirit is saying the more self-care you engage in, the more the new opportunity comes in. And again, this new opportunity can vary, but I feel for many of you, it's like you're ready for a fresh start. You have, there is an energy of being ready for the new, but especially new. It's like you're a new person. When you reach this full stage, it's like a clean slate that you've worked through or cleared away the things that would obstruct, for example, your well-being or obstruct your vision in terms of your own identity, yourself, what you want for your future. You may be in a phase as well here with the High Priestess and the Five of Wands where you're really starting to question what feels right for you. Like there could be an element of feeling conflicted in regards to, okay, like what does make me happy? What does leave me feeling fulfilled? Where do I want to focus my energy moving forward? Like you may be reassessing the types of things, the people, the situations, the circumstances that are very rewarding for you. I do feel as well for many of you with the Hangman, again, you may have had a period of time or you may currently be in a period of like, it's almost like a timeout where it's like you've needed this, this space where you can remove yourself from people, from life, from drama with this Five of Wands, conflict, toxicity, things that just aren't resonating with you. And I feel like taking that time out and moving your energy away and just having that period of time where you do recharge, it's like you come back and you bounce back in a far better energy and space. You're able to ground yourself. You perhaps feel more centered, feel more fulfilled, have more clarity in terms of what's next, what you want to focus on, what that looks like. I feel with the Star though, with the Star and Gateway, Spirit is saying to you there's going to be this period of time energetically where you're able to make breakthroughs that you felt you couldn't previously. It's like where there were closed doors, those doors are now going to start to open, especially as you reach this energy and this place. But again, for some of you, if it was a closed door in terms of love and connection, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity and a door open. Likewise with career, even your sense of happiness and well-being, I feel is going to move to the next level. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, group 3. So for this group, I feel like it's all about release. I feel like there's so much cleansing, healing, purification, letting go. I feel like for some of you, everything from the past may be coming to the surface. Maybe not everything, but a lot of content that may have been suppressed, a lot of memories are resurfacing, old emotions, fears. I'm hearing for some of you, and this won't resonate with all, but for some of you, there could be an abandonment wound or a wound around being left. But there just seems to be a lot coming to the surface that you're healing, you're clearing, that you're working through. You have purification, release, regeneration, judgment. Like there's just a very strong Phoenix energy as well. And I feel like Spirit is letting you know as you come to face, you have truth be told here, as you come to face certain truths within yourself, and those energies are integrated, I feel you're going to be feeling so much lighter because it's almost like it wipes the slate clean. It's like as you integrate certain memories, as you come to certain truths. With the King of Cups and Page of Swords, this is my card of self-analysis, self-reflection, self-awareness. There's certain things emotionally, especially with Judgment here, that perhaps you weren't aware of, or that you may have been somewhat aware of, but it was lurking in the background. It hadn't fully been exposed, or it hadn't fully moved to conscious awareness. So that there's a sense of, I keep hearing like everything is surfacing. And again, so this is a really profound time as well for your emotional and spiritual growth, but it's like it has the potential to set you free, because it's like you come out of this process and then we just have flow. It's like you can flow with life. There's nothing obstructing, your focus, your goals, your energy. You're able to just move in a way that's not obstructed is what I'm hearing. And when I say obstructed, I feel like for some of you, there could have been, and for some of you, this could be just one big issue, something that you have needed that may have been put on the back burner, or that's just been plaguing you beneath the surface. And for many of you, I feel like it's a lot of different things coming to the surface. I don't feel I'm speaking of just one event or one situation, one person. It's almost like being cleared out, cleared from, you know, past pain, past toxicity. It's like all of it's being released. But you have here as well, Wheel of Fortune, Emperor, Magician. And with this combination, it's like this wheel is turning. There's changes. I feel like you're being empowered as well. Part of why you may be called or feel called to work through and move through some of these energies is because it's enabling you to move to that next level. It's going to enable you to really flourish, to, you know, move in a new direction, to try new things. There's a sense, I just keep hearing setting yourself free. So there may be a feeling or a sense of, you know, now you're able to really flourish, or now you're able to, you know, do the things that you've wanted to previously, or there's something about flowing unhindered. It's like now you can move with the rhythm of life. It's not a sense of having to defend yourself, protect yourself, control the river. Like I'm seeing someone trying to steer the flow. It's like you're now able to let go. And I feel for some of you, it could have been difficult in the past to completely surrender or to not have a level of control because you're afraid of being stung, of being hurt, of being wounded. So there is an element here of, yes, surrendering to the unknown, but I feel for this group, it's like you have to go through quite a lot of transformation. There could be a lot of energy coming toward you. So I do think at this period of time, you may need to perhaps clear your schedule or have plenty of time to work through all of this, because I feel if you have a lot going on in the physical, it might be quite difficult, or you have a lot of people pulling on your energy or wanting some of your energy. It might be quite difficult to move through this process and move through this phase. So the more you can kind of take time out for you, the better. But with the King of Cups, I feel for many of you, I feel like there was some sort of emotional wound or emotional pain that I'm hearing it niggled at you. Like even if it wasn't 100% in conscious awareness, or even if, you know, it didn't consume you, it's like it was always there beneath the surface. There was something unresolved, and Spirit is saying that was affecting, with the King of Cups beneath the Magician, your ability to have a fresh start, especially it's like you get a clean slate emotionally. And I think for many of you, there's a certain level of relief that comes through healing this or through changing this pattern. With the Emperor, you have Judgment next to the Eight of Cups. It may empower you as well to leave something behind. Obviously, you're leaving a lot behind mentally and emotionally, but it could translate into leaving something behind physically. There may be certain factors or someone or something that you decide just isn't for you anymore. I feel a big theme for this group will be taking care of you. I feel like your needs and your emotions are going to take first priority, rather than perhaps worrying about other people. Not that you should not be concerned about other people's emotions, that's a factor, but I just feel you're learning a lot about I just said putting your mask on first, you taking care of you, making sure that you're in the right place emotionally, making sure that, you know, you're in a good place, that you're around other people and in circumstances and situations with people that really nurture you. And I feel the more you prioritize that energy, the more that's going to be reflected in your physical circumstances. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, Group 4. So when it comes to your energy, I feel like there's a sense of possibility when I look at these cards. I feel like you may be in a time frame, or there's this point in time where you're able to, I just heard ascend, but I was going to say upgrade. There's an up leveling, or there's a a transformation in terms of what you're able to attract and what you're able to bring in. And I feel, especially with the Hermit here and enlightenment. So for those of you where you've been really working at your personal growth, or you've been really working at, you know, manifesting changes in your life, in the physical, I feel like you're at a point where those changes come in, or you're reaching that place where you're able to manifest things more easily and more readily. With the Chariot and the King of Swords, the other blessing I see for you, it may not sound like that much of a blessing, but it's a sense of knowing what you want. Like, I feel like this King of Swords knows exactly where they're going. They have a very clear vision driving them. And Spirit is saying, the more you hold true to that vision, and for some of you, your talents, so this vision or this dream may involve certain gifts that you feel called to share, or it may involve like a business or a career pursuit, an endeavor that you're sharing. I feel the more you anchor yourself and are honest and clear around what you want to share, it's almost like, what's the saying? I can't remember who came up with this. It's like, where there were walls, there'll be doors. I think it was Joseph Campbell. I can't remember fully, but there's something around the universe will make a way for this vision. There's a sense of possibility. I just keep hearing that. But with flexible as well, Spirit is saying, hold on to the vision, but don't become too set on the specifics. You can control the ultimate, or you can have a say and influence in the ultimate goal and direction, but the specifics, I feel, are best left up to the universe, up to Spirit. With enlightenment, community, action, again, Spirit is saying take action toward that which you're most guided to. But with community, I feel like it involves, for some of you, you may have a vision that involves, again, working with a community, creating a product for a particular, target market, community, having a vision that you're sharing with others. It could be for some of you like some sort of, with the Hermit, enlightenment, community, some sort of spiritual pursuit, or it could involve helping people reach a certain level of growth and enlightenment within themselves. Some of you may have talents as a leader, healer, creator. There just seems to be a really powerful energy around this group. But above the Knight of Wands, we have this Five of Swords. So there could be a little bit of energy around, fear of failure or uncertainty, not fully knowing how things are going to transpire. But Spirit is saying they want you to fully believe in your own pursuits, but your own potential. With King of Swords and the Six of Cups. Yeah, with this Six of Cups, it's like you're entering, I feel for some of you, you may have had a talent, a dream, a vision that you've known about for some time, or that you've had a particular desire long term. But there's something about the energy right now where it's really time to act. And that's the message that's coming through really clear, where Spirit is saying, don't hold yourself back. Now's the time to really take a step forward. If you feel passionate or inspired about something like that's your, I don't know if beacon's the right word, but that's your omen to keep going, to move ahead. Because with the Knight of Wands and King of Pentacles, I feel for this group, it's like Spirit is helping open doors for you. Spirit is wanting you to take action so that certain changes or effects can come into play in the physical. But again, there's something about the energetic, it's almost like an energetic gateway, where there's certain doorways that for some of you, you may have been wanting this or aware of this for some time, but the timing wasn't quite right, or you weren't fully sure how to go about it, or you weren't sure how it would manifest. But there's a sense of, okay, now I'm ready. Now the time is right. Now things are going to move ahead. Now I'm in a good place, like I'm ready. But Spirit is saying, don't allow fear with this Five of Swords, like fear of how is it going to work out? Is it going to fail? These types of limitations or self-doubt to pull you backward or to hold you back. Because I do feel for this group, there is a lot of promise with what you're working towards, but I don't feel it just benefits you. I feel for this group, there's something that Spirit is encouraging you to do that long term is going to help others. or long term, or people are going to observe you. For example, living your dreams or observe what you've created, and that serves as inspiration for them. There's something about what you do that has a ripple effect, or what you do that specifically helps lift and elevate a community, a collective. And I feel if you were to not take action in that direction, or if you were to hold back, number one, you'd miss a really beautiful gateway. It doesn't mean it won't come back again and you won't get a second chance. I believe the universe will always give you more opportunities, but there's something around the timing now where you've got a green light and spirit is saying, don't hold back, take action, follow your passion. If that's where, because I feel for some of you, your vision and your knowing is really strong, and spirit is saying it's very accurate, but there's a need to not second guess it, or there's a need to not talk yourself out of it, and stay really true to your vision, to your talents, to, I just heard, to your inspiration as well. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.